play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Welcome back to the Warhammer 40,000 Battle Report. Today, Matthew and I are going to play a 1,500 point game where he's bringing in some Carnifex Tyranid list against my Deathwing focused Dark Angels. Let's take a look at the list right now and we'll figure out a scenario. Here is the 1,500 point Dark Angel list I'm going to play today. I'm going to try Terminators in the 9th edition. This battalion will be led by Belial, but he is not going to be the Warlord. We're also going to bring a Librarian. And he doesn't have the lay low, the Tyrant Warlord trait to help out some combat. We'll also take Righteous Repugnance, the Psychic Power, which will also help out in combat. And then we'll take Aversion, because it's just a staple. Though looking at Matt's list, I don't know if it's going to be that important. And we're also going to bring a Deathwing Ancient. The Ancient will take the Relic Banner to hand out that Feel No Pain or the 5 up ignore damage to my Terminators nearby. These 5 Deathwing Knights with their little Watch in the Dark, which doesn't matter because Matthew didn't bring any Psychers, will be riding with the Librarian in a Storm Raven. Kitted out, what you see is what you get. Hurricane, Assault, Heavy Bolters on the front. A big, beefy 10-man Deathwing Terminator squad with 2 Cyclone missile launchers will be deep striking with Belial. And we have 1, 2, 3 skill units with Heavy Bolters to, get those troop choices for your battalion. And we're gonna bring a couple of really cheap Ravenwing attack bikes. Maybe we can get some combined assaults going on in this game. All this is 1,500 points of Dark Angels. And Matthew's Tyranid list, I really wanted to see a Carnifex list. I asked him to do this.
Yes, you did.
I'm not sure if this is terrible or amazing. So if it's amazing, it's on me. If it's terrible,
it's also
on me.
I think because you did not bring what I would consider to be a top tier Dark Angel list, it'll be a good game. If you brought the typical Primaris list or lots of bikes with plasma, then yeah, I wouldn't stand a chance. But we'll see. Either way, Steve wanted this, so you're gonna get it. I brought all of my Carnifexes that I could control. I had a difficult time figuring out exactly what I wanted to do with lots of Carnifexes. So these are 3 units of 3, by the way. They do separate once they're on the table, so it does count as 9 individuals, but thankfully because you can bring them in units of 3, or at least choices of 3, it only takes up 3 heavy support slots. So this still counts as a battalion, which is nice for command points, because I do like my command points. So I've got 2 units that are filled up with just Monstrous Scything Talons, and Tusks to give them +1 attack on the charge, and Spore Cysts on the back to give you -1 to shoot them. And it's always Spore Cysts. 10 points is a steal for -1 to shoot. And so all my Carnifexes are gonna have that, all the non-named character ones, that is. And I gave them Adrenal Glands too to give them +1 advance and charge. And then the ones in the back are ones with Twin Devours, so there's 24 strength 6 shots each. Gave them Enhanced Senses. I apologize that the heads are not what you see is what you get, but back when I had these commissioned, the heads didn't matter. And so I just said give them whatever heads you wanted. If I knew that they would matter, I would have magnetized those 2 and magnetized their back so you could see the Spore Cysts, but I've got to work with what I've got here. So they have Enhanced Senses, which gives them +1 to their ballistic skill, so they'll be hitting on 3s. So 24 strength 6 shots hitting on 3s per Carnifex. It's pretty good. It'll allow me to delete scouts pretty easily. Terminators can still take that pretty well with their 2-up save because there's no AP to it. But I have a couple things, some things I can do with that, such as a 1 command point stratagem. One of them fires to make the damage 2. So every time he fails a save, it's a bigger deal. A whole Terminator dies. But we'll see what happens with that. Now, one of them has been upgraded with Adaptive Physiology, one of the shooting Carnifexes, to make him a Synapse creature. Because as you probably can see, if you know Tyranids, this is very Synapse light. Not a big deal for when you're just Carnifexes, because you don't have to worry about morale. But if you're not in Synapse, you have to charge or shoot the nearest thing or suffer penalties. And I'd like to alleviate that a little bit, at least with my shooting Carnifexes, to give him more options. So one of them will be a Synapse creature, and he'll probably stick near the other 2. In my HQ slots, I've got the cheapest HQ possible, which is the Tyranid Prime. There is a bit of proxying here, because I couldn't afford the Death Spitter really, so I replaced it with Rending Claws and Adrenal Glands, so that he could actually maybe work in close combat. And he is technically the Warlord. I don't think it matters which one's the Warlord, because you didn't take Warlord kill thing. And I don't have a Warlord trait, because you can switch out the Warlord trait for taking Adaptive Physiology instead, which is the upgrade that you saw. So I gave him the Norn Crown though, which just extends the 24-inch range Synapse to 30 inches, because once again, I'm Synapse light. Right behind him is big old One Eye. And yeah, He's just another, you wanted Carnifexes, so you know, here's an HQ Carnifex. And I didn't want to have to bring Psychers or something else. And then behind him, I had some points left over, and I was humming and hawing, do I bring like Zoanthropes to give me some Synapse and a little bit of Psych? I'm like, no! Let's stick with the monsters. So I got a Harrowspex, and I love the way the Harrowspex works now. He dropped in points. Psychic Awakening, Blood of Baal has unlocked some really good things. I paid a command point for Progeny, and that allows me to bring a second Adaptive Physiology. So I gave him, like I always do, Murderous Size on his mouth attacks. So his mouth attacks have +1 strength, AP, and damage. So they're D3 +1 damage, which is really nice, especially because we're all going up against Terminators. And the last thing I want to do is roll D3 damage against Terminators, because I know I'll just roll 1s and 2s, and it'll drive me crazy.
Every time.
Yeah, because every time he kills a model with the mouth, he can make a free Shoveling Claw attack, which is D6 damage, super high strength. So my dream is that he is the one that gets in combat with the 10-man Deathwing Terminator squad, because I think in one turn he could kill them all. We'll see. We'll see. And then for my troop choices, I brought Ripper Swarms for 2 reasons. One, they're cheapest, and so I could fit them in points-wise. And also because they can automatically go into reserve, which they will, and set up underground, and then they can burrow in. And there's a fun 1 command point stratagem that I could put on one of them, that when they burrow up, it's -1 to shoot them until they move, so I can just keep them still for the rest of the game. And you know, it's just little things like that that could add up. We'll see. I can always put it on the important one, whichever one's holding the objectives. Now, as for my Hive Fleet adaptations, I did not take one of the ones from the main book. I actually built my own, which is from Blood of Baal. So it was a hard choice, because in 9th edition, you can't increase your hit roll by more than +1. That's a little hard, because Carnifexes get +1 when they charge their hit rolls. And an old one also deals out a +1 to them. So that's really good for Crushing Claws, because Crushing Claws give you a -1, so you can kind of cancel that out. But I didn't want to bring Crushing Claws, because they're a lot more expensive, and you also lose an attack when you swap out the Scything Talons. And I think, because I knew that Steve was doing Terminators, that you don't really need Strength 12, Strength 6 is adequate to not take the -1. But I did give them Prey Sight, which gives them +1 to hit, all monsters +1 to hit if they are charged, or heroically intervene. Now, that's sometimes not going to matter, probably often. If I charge with Carnifexes, it won't matter, because unless you give me a -1 somehow, because they'll have +2. If Old One-Eye's nearby, they'll have +3, which of course will all just boil back down to +1. But it'll be really nice for the Harrowspex, because I really want his attacks to connect. And while I do have a stratagem that let him reroll his hit rolls, getting to that 3+ instead of 4+ makes him even more murderous. And then I have another stratagem that lets him reroll his wounds. So typically you see him charge in, reroll hits, reroll wounds, hitting on 3s, upping the strength. It's a good combo, as long as he doesn't die, which is not easy to remove him, given that he's toughness 8 with a lot of wounds and 3-up save. So we'll see how that works out. I also gave them I can't remember what it's called, but everything at the beginning of my turn regains 1 wound. And every single thing in my army is multi-wound. So you gotta remove things. It's kind of like playing against Necrons, not quite as bad. But if you just like take off a couple wounds here and a couple wounds here and a couple wounds here, it's gonna be frustrating, because a lot of those are going to come back. So I've played with that one before, and it does work. So we'll see how it does in this game today.
We are doing Eternal War mission number 5 for Strike Force. It's called Scorched Earth. There are 6 objectives. 2 of them will be placed on your deployment zone, 24 inches apart. 2 more in no man's land, 36 inches apart, in a nice little formation. The primary objective, Take and Hold, is in play for this mission, and there's also the mission rule Raise objective. It's an action. If you are controlling an objective in your opponent's deployment zone and there are no enemy malls nearby that objective, you can spend your entire turn doing nothing and then raise that objective, removing it from the table. However, there's the Raise secondary objective you can choose for this scenario. If you do raise any of those objectives, at the end of the battle you will score 5 victory points if you destroy one of the objectives, and 15 if you destroy both of them in your opponent's deployment zone.
Make sure to check out this game of Necrons versus Adeptus Mechanicus. It's going to be 1,500 points retrieval mission, myself versus Josh in the MiniWarGaming Vault. You can check that game out by clicking the link below.
Here is the table we're going to be playing on today. The mat was provided by Urban Mats. Nice little mat, works perfectly with this terrain, made by Adam from Greenleaf Terrain. And we also have some Games Workshop stuff spattered about, also painted by Adam from Greenleaf Terrain. All right, Matthew, attacker, defender. Who's gonna get it? I'll take defender. Oh, you will hire me.
Defender, so I can be on the side.
There's no reason to not. And here we are all set up. I'm on this side of the table. Matthew's obviously on the other. I'll go over my deployment first. Belial and the 10-man Deathwing Terminator squads are in the Teleportarium ready to deep strike on. Over in the Storm Raven, we have 5 Deathwing Knights. And the Librarian, we have 1 attack bike down here, and Scouts moving up above an objective. 1 unit of Scouts in my deployment zone, because I'm terrified of map speed. And a bike's on an objective for now. And I have another unit of Scouts over here, right on the table edge. I want to go grab objectives with them, but I don't want to be on the main floor.
You don't want to be lunch?
Lunch. So Matthew's got a bunch of Carnifexes with Old One Eye on one flank.
So I have to deploy these as 1 unit, and then they operate independently. Now they can be within 6 inches of each other, not 2 inches, but I just didn't care. With Old One Eye behind him, getting lookout, sir. What you can't see right behind this building, which I'll just do this.
There we go.
Is my Tyranid Prime. Now he's got the Norn crown, so he's got a 30-inch bubble which covers plenty of the table. So he might just sit there for the entire game until you decide to go pick him off. And a unit of Rippers, which I did not put underground. My original plan was to, until I realized that I really wanted to put my Harrowspecks and 3 Carnifexes in strategic reserves. And so those Carnifexes are bought as a unit, so I have to put all 3 of them. So that's 1 unit. And then with the 3 Ripper Swarms underground, that's 4 units. I've only got 9 units total, so I can't put a 5th one. So I put the Ripper Swarms down so I could do the Harrowspecks. But it did cost me 3 command points in total to do all of that. And then I've got the other brood of Carnifexes on the side. Once again, they operate independently now that they are deployed.
Okay, Matthew, you ready to do this?
I am.
Do you want to go first? Because I rolled a 6.
I'm not telling you what I want. What do you want?
Okay. So far, every game I've played,
Because you want my reserves to come in before your reserves, right?
I do.
But you have Auspex scanners, so you kind of want your Terminators to like stand at the edge of the board and be like, where are they? Where are they?
Well,
where are they?
You have no shooting.
Correct. No, yes. Yes, that is correct.
You can go first.
Thank you. Command phase. I get a command point. And I don't get any primary objectives yet because it's not until the 2nd battle round for all of these Eternal War missions. So I'm just going to start moving up, and I just got to kind of...
We have to declare. We have to tell the audience what our secondaries
yes,
are.
we've already picked our secondary objectives a long time ago, but we should talk about that.
Do you remember yours?
I do.
Okay.
So I chose the one for the secondary objectives for this mission, which is the Raise objectives.
Right.
So destroying your 2. I chose that one because I didn't have any good choices, so I chose that one.
It's rough right now, not knowing what to pick.
Yeah, well, you had a little easier time because I've got so many monsters.
Right.
But Assassinate I also chose, gives me 3 victory points for each character that you have. And then the, I can't remember what it's called, the Table Quarters one. The all over the place.
Attack in all fronts. Engage in all fronts?
And engage in all fronts, that's what it is. I get 2 victory points if I have units wholly within 3 table quarters, not within 6 inches of center, which will be easy because there's no objective there.
Right.
And 3 victory points if I have all 4.
Okay, I also have that one. I took...
It's a good one when you want to be all over the table.
Killing the big things.
Bring them down.
Bring them down.
Yeah, so 2 victory points for each monster, 3 for the Harrowspecks because he's 10 or more wounds.
And then because I didn't expect he'd put, well, I guess I kind of did. I chose First Strike. I'm pretty positive I'm going to kill more than you on turn 1.
Well, you don't have to kill more than me.
Well, I have to kill something.
You kill something, you get 5 victory points. You kill more than me, you get 3 victory points.
Right, 3 more.
And I'm about to kill nothing.
Exactly.
So you kill 1 thing, and you're good to go.
Don't have to worry about that secondary for the rest of the game. Advance phase.
Move it.
You're in advance.
So basically, yeah, you're going to see me kind of grab objectives, and then you do what you want to do,
You know what,
Steve.
your movement's going to be boring. Why don't you go ahead and do it off camera?
I will do it off camera. Advanced up to the 1 objective, kind of held back a little bit, because I'm not worried yet about deep strikes, because you're not going to be able to do it yet. Ripper Swarms holding the 1 objective. On the other side, Old One Eye being surrounded by all his buddies, but I do control both of these objectives here, for the moment. And that's my turn. I have no shooting, have no way to charge. So.
Okay. Let's go to Dark Angels turn 1.
Well, hold on.
Oh, you got more to do?
I get 2 victory points, man.
Oh,
I'm in 3 of the table quarters.
Are you really within 3?
Oh, maybe not.
No, I don't think
I
you
just
are.
realized I'm not past half. Oh, wait, no.
All right, not quite.
I get no victory points.
Hey,
Oh,
we have to
I
go
forgot something. I forgot something. And Steve pointed out, I'm like, oh, right. I forgot there was guys inside of that. Because it's such a gunboat.
Yes.
I know you declared it. I have no excuse as to why I forgot. I just did.
I was thinking, do you
brain
really
farted.
think they're going to hold up to 2?
No, they're not. They're not going to hold up. Yeah. So I don't want to be that aggressive because you can just get out wholly within 3
Yeah.
and then move up. They move 5?
They move 5.
And that's a super easy charge. You can charge both of them. So obviously I want, and I can basically reposition them wherever I want.
Yeah. Okay, this is... I was going to say, I want to kill all of them right now.
Okay, well in that case I'm going to keep my Ripper Swarms hidden because they were only coming up to grab that objective, but like you just sniff at them with a Hurricane Bolter and they're gone. So now, yeah, there's no way You may be able to pull off a charge, but then you're only getting one of them, and then I can come after you.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. Because Steve's like, well, why did you put them close together? I can just kill them both. I'm like, you can go wherever you want. And then he's like, oh, I can disembark. I'm like, oh right, there's a squad of guys inside of that. Whoops.
Okay. Alrighty. So
I stand behind my movement on the other side though.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, because you got
terrible.
nothing but a multi-melt.
I left this side of the table.
Yeah.
So now my plan's a little differently. My plan's a little differently. That's English.
Yeah, differently, yes.
So I'm gonna differently come up with a different plan in a second.
Sorry about that. Tactical
That makes more
in my
sense
brain.
now. I think my librarian is gonna get on out. And then he's gonna immediately get back in.
You can't disembark and embark in the same turn.
He just did.
It's against the rules, Steve.
He's not getting out.
Hey, no take backsies. You're not allowed to move and then change your move.
You're right. That's fair. Put them back. No, I just well, the plan was here. I was gonna go block the alleyway so you couldn't charge him.
I'd like to picture actually that he was rappelling down.
And oh no, bring him up. No, actually, I was gonna block with the flyer. Then I remembered, can't do that no more.
Well, you can kind of, because I can't end within an inch of it.
Yeah.
So if I can't get
but
past
you'll be able to
it,
charge right through it. Because
if I have enough charge movement and enough space.
what I want my flyer to do is fly up to
Oh
hit.
yeah, well then I can just pass by it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to measure that. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be good. But I want to be able to threaten both these objectives to the guys inside next turn.
Yes, well that'll definitely do it.
These scouts, I'm gonna go. Actually, let's peek out with the heavy bolter. You're -1 to hit though, right?
All my Carnifexes are -1 to hit because of Spore Assists.
Let's do that. I might as well get a couple more shots out.
Why not, right?
We get something. Maybe get some work done. I will go ahead and grab this objective.
Not worried about losing your bike?
No, he's cheap and I don't care
And
about
you'll
him.
probably kill all my Carnifexes
If I just get more points than you, that's all that matters. So what's happening over here is no, I'm actually sacrificing the bikes.
Oh, I thought you wanted them for their teleport homers.
I did, but I'm gonna try to deal with one side at a time. If you can't fit through there, you have a longer walk around because they're gonna try to block. I gotta keep you off objectives.
I see.
Think like we sell our lives for the Emperor. And by that I mean the Lion. They're advancing. I need another inch. I'm gonna command point reroll this.
Advanced rolls are on the list.
There we go.
There's been some discussion in the comments. People have seen us do damage rolls re-rolled. I noticed that today when I was looking at the comments, and damage rolls are on the list as well.
Huzzah. We'll just do like that. Right on to shooting. We're off with the Storm Raven over here. We're going to put the Hurricane Bolters into the 3 swarms, and then everything else into that guy.
We should point out really quickly that we're counting the buildings as obstacles, light cover, scalable, which means that if I'm wholly within 3 inches and partially blocked by it, then I will have at least cover. But I don't think that's going to keep me alive from Hurricane Bolters.
What's your save now?
It'll be a 5-up instead of a 6-up.
Yeah. You know what? I just remembered something. You're tough to 7. I'm putting everything in the Carnifex. I don't think I'm going to kill it. I mean, I could.
Because you have missiles too, right?
True, but only 2 shots.
Okay.
All right, everything in the Carnifex. I don't care
Which
about
one? Which one? This one?
The one on the objective, yeah. All right, so...
-1 to hit.
Yep.
-1 to hit.
Hurricane Bolters first, because I have the dice in my hand. So we're hitting on 4s. With 5s to wound. We got 1.
What?
3 up.
Ah, I saved it.
Let's do the assault cannons and the heavy bolters together, because they're all functionally the same against you. Hitting on 4s, because you are hard to
Look
hit.
at all those 3s. That makes
Lots
me happy.
of 3s.
Makes me happy.
And we're looking for those 5s to wound. We have 3 at -2.
I thought your dice rolled 5 pluses really well. It was
Only for orcs.
Only when you play
for
orcs?
Only for orcs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just a little bit above average for everybody else, and plenty
And
above average
beautiful
for orcs.
for orcs, right? So
5
3
up?
Is it -1 you said?
-2.
Oh,
Devastator Doctrine.
Oh, you're a Devastator Doctrine, right. So I'll just roll 6s. 1 wound.
2 Storm Strike missiles.
4s to
I
hit.
need the hit.
You want to use a command point?
I might as well. I need the hit. I got 2 hits and 4s to wound. No, 3s to wound.
I was going to say they're strength 8,
Strength
right?
8. -3. 6
Well,
up?
I already used all my 6s.
I hope you did.
Oh, there's 1 more!
Oh no, that's 3 damage.
Yeah, I'm not re-rolling it, obviously.
Well, maybe this bike will hit him.
It's a multi-melta within 12 inches.
4s to hit. 3s to wound.
I don't get
You
a
get
save
no
against
save,
that.
okay.
You probably got him. Yeah, you got him. Just.
Needed that.
Just.
That's 8 points.
That is 8 points because of first strike.
This squad, because we're Dark Angels, have tons of range, so we're gonna go after that Carnifex that's sticking out the most. Let's do the heavy bolter first. We're gonna be hitting on 4s. Oh, okay, and 5s. Okay. And for bolt guns on 4s, because you have those -1 hit thingies, right? On all of them. And 5s. 1. No AP. They survive. Somehow I just knew that was gonna go through. I don't know why. It's the heavy weapons that can't do work.
I want to point out, if anybody's thinking there was a rule done wrong there, because Steve had moved a heavy weapon with infantry,
right.
So it should be -2. But remember, hit and wound rolls can't be reduced more than -1 or higher than +1. So it's kind of nice. If you know you're going to get -1 against something, you got a heavy weapon, you can use that as an opportunity to reposition if you want to. So just a little.
This bike will go after him. We'll start off with the multi-melta first. Beautiful.
Oh, good.
That's rough.
And you've already used your reroll.
I have. Storm bolter. Everything hits. And 5s. We got 2. No AP, so you get that sweet 3-up save. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, look at that, just barely.
And then we're going to go on to this squad right here. The scouts are going to fire at the same Carnifex. We're going to use Hellfire Shell Stratagem on the heavy bolter. 1.
1 command point.
-1 hit because you are a jerk. We get to reroll 1 because we didn't move and we're a Dark Angel. No. And then bolt guns. We're going to reroll all these ones. Too many 1s today. Too many 1s.
Where's all your captains?
Don't need those. We're Dark Angels. And we got 1 more wound with no AP. Can you make another 3-up save?
Yes.
Of course you can. Well, I think that's going to be my turn.
Well, you got these ones. Oh, they advanced.
They advanced.
They advanced, you're right.
So at the end of my turn.
I have to say that killing that not only is important for the objective, but he could have easily moved up to take out this squad as well, and then
100%, like he was the most important one for me to kill for
yeah.
more
like
than
your bike is most likely dead.
Yes.
I've lost that objective. I only hold 2.
You have 2.
2, yeah, because you only have 1 model on
Yeah,
that one.
I couldn't get close enough.
So I'll still get 10 victory points, but I won't get 15 victory points.
But then my turn, I'm getting my first strike and more than you for 8. And I'm in 3/4, so 2 more.
Do you count aircraft?
I know you do for some stupid
You do?
reason.
No, that's fine. I think that's okay.
I feel like you shouldn't. So until they address that.
There's a few things that I think aircraft should be FAQ to not include. Like you can look out, sir, to an aircraft.
Oh yeah, ooh.
Yeah, because it's a vehicle. It does not say.
Never even consider that.
Yeah,
oh, no.
you can. It's so your librarian could get out. Nah, I don't have hardly any shooting, but you can actually get lookout, sir, from an aircraft. There's a few other things I'm like, yeah, I hope they FAQ that aircraft don't affect that either. Thankfully, they already said things like when you heroically intervene or pilot or consolidate, you ignore aircraft unless you have fly, and so that's nice already. So anyway,
there you go. There's battle round 1.
so it's 8-0,
10-0.
10-0. Command phase, I get a command point. End of command phase, I control 2 objectives. We already talked about this. That gives me 10 victory points. So now the score is 10-10.
These guys are blocking for a reason, so they can come down and hold the objective and score my points guaranteed next turn.
Go ahead, do it.
I can't. Because I spent command points and I rerolled a 1. I know it all failed, but I can't. It's too late.
But
I rolled my dice.
All right. Sorry, before the command phase, at the beginning of my turn, I heal 1 wound on everything. So
yeah.
Another good reason that you didn't leave that Carnifex almost dead, because healing a wound each time is a little obnoxious.
Right to move?
Yeah, you blocked me, so I will gladly acquiesce to what it is you're trying to accomplish. So these 2 Carnifexes should be more than enough to kill everything. So I have to just be careful of whatever you're going to do next. Like you got a big unit of Terminators coming. So I think I'll move up Old One Eye to just get the lookout, sir, and leave this other Carnifex back on the objective. Although, no, I got Ripper Swarms that can come in, so he's going to move up as well. So Old One Eye is going to move up as far as possible. And then none of these guys are advancing, by the way. That way they all have the option to charge if I decide later on. My Prime is about to die, but more importantly, I need to advance him. So you came over here to see him, but now he's going to duck behind here. Part of that is to hide. I know you can get to him if you want to, and if you want to, go for it. But more importantly, he's got a 30-inch bubble of synapse,
right.
And it wasn't quite getting to here. I already measured it. So by moving over here, his 30 inches now easily overlaps that, so I can multi-charge. Because the one thing that's really hard to do, you get out of synapse, you're like, whatever, I'll just charge the nearest thing. But what if you wanted to multi-charge? If one of them is not the nearest thing, you get -2 to your charge. And as much as I have +1 to charges from my adrenal glands, still, why not? Why not put them in synapse? Because now that I'm over here, the other side is all in synapse as well. These Ripper Swarms will get onto the objective. I know that you can easily kill them, but it does zone out your teleporting Terminators as well. So I'm okay with that. In fact, I will advance, whatever. I was like, just so I could cover this area a little more. Because we're playing with the smaller table size, the minimum. So that means that there's basically a 2-inch strip that doesn't count. So that really impedes steep striking. I discovered that in my game that I played yesterday. 1 Carnifex should be more than enough
Probably not.
to take care of your bike.
I double up.
So the other one is going to advance. So then I get +1 to that, so I'll move 12 in total. And his job is just to kind of come over here and be a pain in your butt.
And that he will be.
Yeah. Reinforcements, I'm going to bring in a unit of Ripper Swarms. They're going to pop up, and they're going to take over this spot. I'm then going to be extra obnoxious and spend a command point. I'm trying to remember the name of the stratagem. It's from Blood of Baal, that when they arrive, it's -1 to shoot them until they move. In other words, they'll just sit there.
Yeah.
And this way, you're already not going to be able to deep strike anywhere over here and get to me. So why am I doing that? You know what? I got to save the command point. I just realized, wait a second. This is, because I'm still picturing that you could come in like here or something. I'm like, no, this totally zones out this area with the 6 inches in and the 2 inches up. So never mind. I'm going to drop the other, or pop up the other Ripper Swarms over here, and I will spend the command point on them to get -1 to hit. Their job is to kind of zone out a bit more from your deep strikers. And maybe when you go somewhere else, I'll be like, oh, I should have gone there instead.
Spec scan.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you can shoot them, can't you? You know what? Go ahead. You're freaking bolters. And you're going to be -1 to shoot me. So, I gotta not break the rules and get too close to that. So do you want to go ahead and Auspex scan?
I surely do.
Okay.
I'll do bolt guns first on 4s, because that's the stratagem. Re-rolling 1s.
Is your stratagem -1 as well?
Yeah.
So, okay, so like -2. So my -1 didn't even matter.
Didn't matter.
3s to wound.
3s, no save. Just 5 wounds.
Are you on tactical doctrines
Well,
now?
I have to be.
So -1 save?
Yeah.
So I don't, you're right. So that's what you said, no saves.
And then we have the heavy bolter, which has re-rolling 1s and 3s, 2 more damage. So we have 7
So
damage.
1 die, so 7 damage total?
Yeah.
Ooh, that kills 2 of them. So I ate 2 of your command points. I have to remove these. This one's in Synapse, meaning like 12 inch, so I can ignore morale.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise he will fail morale and he'll run. I'm going to play Patient Hunter.
Yep.
And not bring any of my Carnifexes or hard specs on.
See, I don't like that.
Right. Well, the thing is, I don't really have anything to do with them yet.
Right. He had no good spots in this.
The best thing, and this will tell you how bad a thing, is that I could come in right here, because I can come within 9 inches of you if it's on my table edge, and I could fire at your flyer. And I already did the math, even with 72 shots, even with a stratagem to make 24 of them 2 damage instead of 1, they're only strength 6 and there's no AP. Between that and the -1 to shoot you, it just wouldn't on average do much damage.
I feel that if you came over here with them right now, the game would be guaranteed to be mine.
Right.
So
unless I knew they could kill it. If I knew they could kill it, that's different, because then 2 Carnifexes charge in.
Oh, that's different.
And you're wasted. So if they were like Exocrines or Hive Guard, I'd consider it.
Don't get me wrong; those are still good to have. Like those are still fantastic units.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Once
just
you
a
bring in your
rough
Terminators
target for them.
and they have a target to shoot at, that's
Right.
a little more squishy, a little lower
What's the
toughness.
range on their guns?
18 inches.
Ouch.
Yeah, and because the nice thing thing I love about strategic reserves is if you come in on your side, as long as you place within an inch of your side, which will
Right
be
into combat.
3 inches, you can place within 9 inches of your opponent. Heck, you can even place them in engagement range and count as having charged,
Awesome.
which is pretty cool.
Charging.
So I will declare just a single charge from this Carnifex. Did you want to Overwatch?
Nope.
Okay, so I will. You know what? I'll roll it because I think I'd prefer to wrap around, and so yeah. It'll be a 10-inch charge, which will allow me to come all the way here. Hey, he's pinned to his base, but I need to reglue him.
My bad. I'm sorry. You're getting the charge on or what? This is the guy I want to Overwatch. I was thinking the other bike for a second. He is gonna spin a command point.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking, but like, why not? It worked for me in my last game. Ah, I missed.
You got bolters though. Bolters, man.
Reroll 1s. Oh, whatever. It's only a command point. I got too many of them.
On a 4+, he does a mortal wound on the charge, because why not? This never works. It worked.
He's on 3.
1 mortal wound. This Carnifex will declare a charge into both squads, because why not? I don't think I need to roll this, because he gets +1 to it anyways.
So where he wants to go?
He's going to go right here and touch. I want to be touching this guy. So he could throw a mortal wound at somebody as well. I guess I'll throw it. I'll put it on the bike, because I don't want you to pull this guy, and all of a sudden I can't fight them.
Dang
right?
it.
So, although I could just kill the bike with the other guy, and then go after them, whatever. Old One Eye will declare a charge into him. It's only going to be into him, but I might want to wrap. So once again, I'll roll the 6 and then move here. Now he does, on a 4+, he does D3 mortal wounds. I want to leave room for this next Carnifex so I can wrap him. So 4+, do I get it? No, okay, I couldn't get that lucky. And this Carnifex will charge in as well, because I got the Ripper Swarms back here to kind of watch the flank. And he,
Oh yeah, he's
I'm
got
guessing, 11. He makes it, And then on a 4+, he'll do a mortal wound. I don't need. Okay, it's unnecessary, guys.
This is maniacal laughter.
Yeah,
I know he's surviving all of this.
Somehow, I don't think so, man.
He's gonna hold down the trigger of that melt and just start spinning. He's gonna do a wheelie and just donuts right here.
No, I don't think so.
No.
And we'll do a charge here. Once again, I'll roll because I'd like to wrap and make sure I get the objective. Yeah, that's an 11. And you can't overwatch because you already did.
I done did it.
I love that, by the way.
Oh, I touched your dice.
Stop touching my dice.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have Old One Eye do the honors and destroy because there's actually a method to my madness. Actually, no, I'll have this guy do it because then what happens is I'll have him kill them, and then these guys can pile and consolidate that way.
Good.
And grab the objective.
That's what I want.
No, you don't. You should be allowed to move them down. But now, if you'd move them down, I might be able to engage them. So I'm still letting you take that back.
Also, what I wanted.
You sure you don't want to move down?
No.
You're not sure?
No, I do. I actually do want to
Then
move
do
down.
it.
I'm not going to.
Take the objective, Steve. You let
points.
me take backsies over here.
No, I can't.
Yes, you didn't hurt
No,
me
if
at all.
I don't punish myself,
The
I'll never
whole
learn.
time. I hate when that happens. By the way, point the camera to me, please. All right? Okay, do it. Thank you. It makes me feel better because when I do something and I forget like that, I want you to let me do it over again. Because the worst feeling I get,
No.
the worst feeling I get is saying to my opponent, here's my plan. And I say the plan, and then I don't do the plan.
I know.
But I said it out loud.
Which I typically I'd have no problem with because that was obvious what I was doing over there.
I know, but you shot and you rerolled ones and you hellfire around it, but none of it did anything. And you spent the command points in the hellfire, so if anything, that's my advantage that you wasted those command points. So thank you. You made me feel better because I'm going to pile in and consolidate onto it, and you still can hold it because your objective's secured.
Yeah.
So this Carnifex is going to kill that bike. So I've got 4 attacks.
All in twos?
No, because I don't get +2 anymore.
Oh, that's right.
I've actually got +3 right now, and it's making me sad. Because Carnifexes get a +1 for the charge. My thing that I chose for my Hive Fleet adaptation is +1 for the charge, or from charge, or whatever. And then I also get +1 from Old One Eye. So +3 becomes
That's some
+1.
extreme overkill on the hits.
Yeah.
So 4 attacks on 2s.
Well, 5 because I've got tusks.
Oh, well, that's not good. Is it the same profile?
It gives him +1 attack on the charge.
Okay.
So,
But no,
sorry, 6 attacks.
6.
Because it's 4 base, +1 for 2 Scything Talons, and whatever. 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. See, look at that. That would have been another hit. Like, I need it. Strength 6, so 3s to wound. These are all minus. You might actually survive it.
What's
so
the AP?
minus 3 damage.
Oh, I'm not going to survive that.
No, probably not.
Huzzah! No, I'm dead.
6 damage. Just want to point out that I did not need. And these guys have charged a lot and never do the mortal wounds, and now they do it when it didn't matter.
He did nothing. Well, he did his job.
Do you want to interrupt, Steve?
No.
Okay, so I'll have this Carnifex go next. He will pile in just a ramp. Get out, stupid Scything Talons! I really need this 3 inches. Okay.
I don't know. Look at this cheating. Look at all this cheating.
I got it. I got it.
He got back to the objective.
I know,
There's
right?
this little gap for this
Sorry,
guy.
he was here. I don't remember. So this is where I'm sad not to have. This is where I'm sad not to have the +3 to hit or hitting on 2s because I need to kill all 5, and I've only got 6 attacks.
I get no save.
I know, but I have to hit on 3s and wound on 3s, so it's not likely to all go through. I get to reroll 1s for the hits though.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
Yeah, see, they're gonna survive unless I. Yeah, see, I only killed 2 of them. I only killed 2 of them. It's fine. It just means I don't get to do my original plan of going towards that objective.
These 2.
I'll consolidate onto the others.
Want to keep doing chargers?
Well, these guys can go, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be closer to that than that.
You rolled really bad for that.
Yeah, but for both the attacks. But, you know, against the bike it didn't matter because he had 1 wound left. And even then I would have killed him. But I'm pretty sure 6.5, yeah, easy. So as long as I end closer than 6.5, I could actually go and consolidate to there.
Well, every game I've won so far in 9th edition has been sheer luck, and here's a little bit of luck for me.
So I'm going to consolidate. I can actually get onto the objective. It won't matter because you've got objective secured. So now I'm 6 inches away instead of 6.5. So that is technically closer.
Yes, sir. Does he want to move? Or
He definitely wants to get into the middle of all this because they're closer, so he can definitely get his move, pile in a move.
boom.
Yeah, then over here, I will.
I am going to use a command point. I forget what it's called, but my biker will have a 5-up invuln.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
That's called evasive assault. However, I might not be doing it because...
Yeah, I forgot to do the 4+ to do mortal wound, which will
Right.
bring you down to 3 wounds, which is exactly the damage on all my attacks.
Correct.
So a 5-up invulnerable probably won't help. So
No,
there.
I'm
See,
not
I
gonna
saved
do
you a
it.
command point. You're welcome.
So I take the mortal wound, I'm down to 3 wounds.
Yeah, so any of these attacks get through,
Yeah,
and
no
you're
point in
dead.
doing
So
evasive.
yeah, And I still got my +1 because I charged. I actually get +2, like whatever. 3s to hit. Re-rolling 1s because they're siding towns.
Okay, see, but you can roll a bunch of fails here.
I have to get 2 3s to kill you. No, 1 3.
One, you just need one.
Oh, me 2 again.
Oh, you know what? I wish I did it. I'm not retroing that, obviously.
Well, you have to roll 2 5+s for it to matter, though.
6s.
Oh, Steve!
Oh, I'm alive!
But you can. No!
I'm alive!
I didn't need to command point one of them.
I'm so good at Warhammer! I don't even think I need this
So
guy.
sad now. At least you don't have the objective.
Oh, man. I guess I'll swing back here with one guy.
I charge you so you get an extra attack.
I got it.
You did it.
I didn't do nothing. Well, that's it.
Hold on, morale.
I can't fail.
I know.
You can't fail. And you are in 1, 2? Are you only in 2?
Quarters? I'm in at least 3. I got here.
Oh, yeah,
here,
yeah.
Here. The question
Okay,
is,
you know what? I'll tell you what. Brain fart. You could have been over here, and then you would have been in all 4.
That's true. So that's 3 victory points. Woot.
Nice. In my command phase, at the end of it, at the beginning, I'm going to gain a command point, and at the end of it, I'm going to get 5, 10 points.
So you're 20 to 12 right now. 13. 20 to 13 right now.
Well, I'm going to use my super luck over here, and I'm going to fall back. Do you want to do anything?
When you fall back?
You want to try to spend
I
stratagem?
can't. I can only do a mortal wound to you to run you down. If it was remove a model, I totally would, because you're about to really punish me for having you made your 6-up saves.
So that's where he moves.
Yeah.
And then he's going to spend a command point for full throttle. And I marked the backs of the bases of these guys.
Now the reason this is so important
It's huge.
is why, Steve.
Because at the end of my movement phase, when I'm trying to bring in reinforcements, I'm going to be deep striking closer to them.
You have a stratagem that lets you put wholly within 6 inches of them and ignores the 9-inch.
Now the thing is, he can't advance. This model can't advance
Right.
and do it, but that's close enough. So I'll be able to deep strike wholly within 6 of this guy, more than 6 inches away from match models.
So I want to point out some interesting rules interactions that have changed with 9th edition.
Yes.
Reinforcements used to show up at the end of the movement phase. Okay? Now, this stratagem happens in the movement phase, but if this stratagem of being able to move a second time was at the end of the movement phase, then Steve would not be able to do this. Because now they've changed the movement phase that it actually has 2 sub-phases, where you move your guys and where your reinforcements show up. And this does cover it, because I know that when you look on your own data sheets, it'll say at the end of the movement phase they show up. But that's superseded by the new rules, which say anything that says it shows up later comes in now. And then when they're done, the movement phase ends and you go to the psychic phase. So anything that triggers at the end of the movement phase is always going to trigger after reinforcements show up. So like I said, if this stratagem said at the end of the movement phase, spend a command point and you could move again, then that would be after reinforcements showed up. So I'm positive there are going to be interactions
For sure.
where that has changed things.
For sure, yeah.
So I don't know what they are off the top of my head, but
They're gonna pop up.
Charge.
These guys are gonna fall back. Oh, wait a second. Oh yeah, so we will do.
They can fall back. Just can't
I
run.
thought about that's pretty much it. Do you have any way of heroically intervening with your monsters or your units?
I do, but not in any stratagems. Like I could have built a list that infantry can heroically intervene. Like one unit, it's an upgrade. But no, in this case, the only thing that can heroically intervene will be Old One-Eye.
Okay.
So you're safe.
And everybody's gonna get outside of the storm raven before it takes off and moves downfield. Whoosh, heading over here. And then I'm gonna spend 2 command points for combined assault to have the big Terminator squad drop right here. Boom, right there. And then we'll send in the Ancient.
More than 9 inches away.
And then we'll send in Belial.
And more than 9 inches away.
Like that. And then in the move phase, when they deep strike down, we're going to spend 3 command points for Deathwing Assault. So we're going to shoot in the move phase.
And you can shoot again?
Yeah, shooting phase. They're all going to shoot at this Carnifex. So we'll start off with the 2 Cyclone missile launchers. We're hitting on 4s because it's removed and things. Now,
Well, either way, it's -1 to shoot them anyway, so you're at the -1s no matter what.
Belial hands out reroll failed hits, so we're going to reroll this 1. And we get 2 hits.
Oh, right, because the whole modifiers thing.
Yep. 3's 2. No, nothing. I was really hoping they were going to change that in 9th edition, but no. And then all their Storm Bolters!
4s to hit, because of -1.
And we're going to reroll the 1s and the 2s Not a lot of 3s in here, though. I'm going to roll these in little batches.
Just do
My
not
hands are not that
cameraman.
big.
Nobody cares.
With 5s to wound. Minus in 1 AP for 11 saves. So
It's tactical doctrine, right?
Yeah, I have to be tactical doctor now.
So 4 up.
Round 2.
So 5 wounds get through.
Not bad. Over to the psychic phase now. We're going to cast Smite once we can hurt that Carnifex. That's peril.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I left.
2. You've used a lot of command points there.
You know, I need to save 1 for my reroll my charge, so I will go ahead and use a reroll here. 6.
Well, you got it. So D3 mortal wounds.
D3 on that poor Carnifex. Just 2. And then Righteous Repugnance? That's extreme overkill. I guess we'll do it.
What does that one do?
They get to reroll hits and wounds, but they're going to be rerolling wounds, so reroll hits. For melee.
I can't stop it, so you got it.
Shooting time. This big squad's not going to fire in the shooting phase. We're going to put all the Storm Bolters into the guy with only 3 wounds left. And we'll put the Cyclones into this guy right here.
Carnifex.
We'll do the Cyclone Missile Launchers first. Hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
3s. Okay, just 2. But it is going to be -2 to your save, so you get this 5 up. Ooh, buddy.
1 gets through for D6 damage.
It's going to be 4. And then the Storm Bolter shots into the other Carnifex, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s and 2s because the Master of the Deathwing is right there. Sorry, that was only the first half of the attacks. The first half are getting you 6 wounds. The other half of the attacks, hitting on 4s, re-rolling the 1s and 2s. That doesn't count. There we go. And 5s. Ooh, man. 6 more. Well, 4 up saves.
If I fail 3 of these, he's dead. He's dead.
Oh. Get off your table.
Okay.
My librarian is going to shoot this Carnifex, but might as well fire both profiles of the gun. No reason not to, so bolt gun. No hits. And the plasma. I'm not going to supercharge. 2 hits. And 1 wound. -4, so no save. 1 damage. This unit of scouts are going to open up into that Carnifex. We're going to start off with the bolt guns, hitting on 4s and wounding on 5s. And before you roll those saves, we want to do the heavy bolter on 4s, re-rolling 1s because we're Dark Angel, they did not move, and then 5s to wound. So nothing there, just 3. At -1.
4 up.
Ooh,
2 more wounds. I've done a 3 wounds.
This squad will go next. This guy here will fire at that wounded Carnifex. The rest of them can see that one, so they'll go after him. 3 bolt guns in the Carnifex on my right, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s, and wounding on 5s. But there's also a heavy bolter there, so it'll be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s, and also wounding on 5s. So just 1. 1 at -1.
4 up. You got it.
And the last one, this wounded guy on 4s, because you're hard to hit, and no wound. Ancient, gonna fire at the back Carnifex. He hits on 3s. No, he's on 4s.
4s, -1.
And 5s. Before you roll that save, I'm gonna have Belial fire at him as well. He'll hit on 3s.
Reroll.
Re-rolling,
1s and 2s.
no, because 2 would have been a success.
Oh, 2s actually.
So we have 2 hits, sorry, 1 hit, and no wound. So we have 1 save between the 2 characters. Just 1 save.
-1 AP, so 4 up. Saved.
Okay, can't get him. My flyer is going to ignore the Rippers for a turn. So we're going to put all of the guns into this Carnifex, except for the missiles. They're going after the wounded Carnifex over here. We're going to start off with the Twin Assault Cannon and the Twin Heavy Bolters first in the Carnifex. We're going to roll them together because they're going to be all hitting on 4s. We don't get to reroll 1s because we did move. And they're all wounding on 5s. Okay, I have 4 of them, -1.
Oh, I might survive that. 4 up saves. If I fail 3 of these, then I die. Okay, so do I care about spending the command point to keep him
Hold on.
alive?
I have 2 Hurricane Bolters left into him.
Oh, you're not done yet?
Yeah.
Oh, no, forget it.
Yeah,
Forget
yeah.
it. He's dead.
Boom. And then 2 missiles into this poor boy over here. Oh, we got a pair of hits. And 1 wound. It's heavy, so we have 6 up save. To clarify that, because it might have been a confusing way, I said that this missile is -3.
Yeah, I thought you meant it was heavy, so it gets an extra AP, but that's in Devastator Doctrine.
correct.
But it's not that, so -3.
1 6 up save. Oh!
Back at you, Steve.
Okay, alright, that's how we play. That's how we play. It is time to charge. Deathwing Terminators are going to charge just this poor chap.
Here's the hard thing for me. Once you get in there, because you've got to reroll with a 6-inch charge, Because you did not declare a charge against Old One-Eye.
Correct.
Right? And if I heroically intervene, then you can attack him. Because that's changed in 9th edition. And so...
Oh yeah, I knew that, but forgot about that.
Right. And so it's no longer just like, oh, you didn't charge me, so heroically intervene. Neater, I get to attack you. And you're just like, just take it. But now if I heroically intervene, that whole squad can kill both of them. So I probably won't, just to let you know.
Just let me know. I don't know. See,
I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I won't.
I would think I would. I don't know. I would think I would. I don't even know. All right, this is Charlie.
I don't know why I would, because you can just kill him.
I got the exact
You made it.
6.
6
I'm not
inches.
going to risk re-rolling that. And this is how we choose to charge. And then we're going to go over here with the Deathwing Knights. We are also going to charge this poor Carnifex.
Huh.
Well, we have that one command point.
Hold on, you may make it. You may make it.
I don't think so.
It's within an inch, right? Oh no, you needed a 3-inch charge.
I could have.
Why didn't you use the re-roll over there, man? That would have been everything.
Look at. I could have moved them in the moon phase.
You could have. Well, I'll just use your last command point. You're in. Look at that. Yeah, you did forget to move after, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It's all good. And no, these guys are definitely going to kill them on their own, so I'm not going to bother doing anything else.
Now, we had the Storm Shields, and there's always been discussion in our videos, do we use the old 3-up invuln rule, or the one from the Indominus box, which is +1 to save and a 4-up invuln.
Right.
Games Workshop has kind of said only use the Indominus box one for the Indominus stuff, so I don't know if that's them hinting at the fact that they're not going to change the Storm Shields, but we're just doing the 3-up invuln, right? Or did you want to do the +1 save? It's actually better for you in this case 3-up invuln, because I'm -3 AP.
Well, they say don't, right? They say use 3-up invuln, don't modify your armor. Until
Yeah, because we've been doing things like the plasma still unmodified ones will destroy it, so +1 doesn't save you. But, you know.
I'll play it right out of the book.
Yeah, 3-up invulns.
How we hear otherwise. You know what?
Which is more, in this case, and that's more powerful.
How killy are they in combat?
They're 4 attacks, strength 3. They're not killy.
Psh. Librarian will go in. He doesn't need to give his aura over here because he's got righteous
You're
repugnance.
fine. You're fine. Yeah,
Okay.
you made it.
We're going to fight over here first because I think the other guys can handle a
Well,
bit.
at most I kill 4 of them, which would suck if it happened, but I just can't do more than that.
With the Maces of Absolution, we're hitting on 3s, but Righteous Repugnance is reroll hits and wounds because of my psychic power. We are strength 8, so we're wounding on 3s.
AP and damage?
It's going to be -2, 3.
Oh, so he's probably, oh yeah, he's dead, unless I roll lots of 5s.
-2?
5-up saves. I've got to fail 3 of these for him to die. He's dead.
Yeah.
What a surprise. He doesn't explode or anything.
We'll consolidate. But we got to stay on the objective because that's the game. Matt's going to go over here and spend 2 command points.
I am. I'm going to interrupt. I'm not going to pile in because I don't want to get any closer to you. Although, I don't know, I'm kind of closer to that one. So I was like, maybe I can shenanigan and go away. But I'm also going to spend a command point for Voracious Appetite to let him reroll wounds.
Fair?
So, yeah.
I'm assuming 2's to hit.
No, actually, I can't get better than +1.
Oh, that's right.
So, Old One-Eye is given a +1, but I also get a +1 from the Hive Fleet
Why did you
tactic.
pick that?
It's the Haruspecs.
Oh, that's right.
Or when you charge that Carnifex over there, he'd have had the +1.
If I didn't go first.
So if you went over there, then he would have had the +1.
Right.
It wasn't the best choice, but I didn't know what would be a better choice. There's not really any other things to choose for all Carnifexes.
Fair.
Like Behemoth maybe to reroll charges, but so far I haven't had to make a charge roll, except for the ones that were 2 inches away.
Yeah, a couple of counters coming in.
And I only get 4 attacks, as I don't count as charging, so I don't get the Tusks extra attack. So hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Okay, so we have 4 hits. Well, likely 4 hits. Yeah, it was 4 hits. What's your strength? It's not 8, right? Tell me
No, it's only 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm strength 6, toughness 7.
3's
So 3's to wound, but I get to reroll because of Voracious
Right.
Appetite. So really you're going to be counting on your invulns to keep you alive, because hopefully I'll get 4.
I'm assuming
-3, 3 damage.
Ooh, yeah,
so
give it
each
to me.
one of these 4-up invulns, 5-up invulns?
5 of invulns. And
Nice.
5 ignored. Yeah,
Well, I'm hoping to kill 3.
Right.
2 is the minimum. Anything less than 2 and I'll be mad. 3 is what I want. 4 I'll be ecstatic.
Okay. Well,
5-up invulns.
okay.
5-up invulns. That's
5
only one.
invulns because I mean 2.
Oh, you made 2! Stop it!
Okay, so the first guy takes 3 damage. He ignores it on 5s.
Oh.
He's dead, and the second guy is dead.
Oh, good. that would have sucked even more.
We're gonna go.
Was there a reason you had guys way at the back?
Yeah, I was thinking in case you try to come around, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
Now, I want to point out that that was probably illegal unit coherency, because I don't think the guy in the back was within 2 inches of 2 guys. And
he was definitely within 2 inches of him.
No, those are big bases. You had a base here,
Think so?
and
You
he
think
wasn't
so?
touching. Yeah, you were like that. I don't think he's within 2 inches of that guy.
think so?
Either way, no, probably not. But just to point out that it wouldn't be very hard to fix.
Right.
Because some people have been looking at it and saying, hey, you're not coherent.
Like what you really can't do is this, right? Like.
Right. That's what's preventing.
I was not, or attempting to not do.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
I'll try to get, I guess that's enough.
Goodbye.
Only 6 power fists make it in, but we have 24 attacks
Yeah.
because the banner and
The banner gives out +1 attack and then Space Marines.
We're hitting on 4s,
Yeah,
re-rolling 1s and 2s.
Now that -1 is because of Power Fist, not because of my spores.
Correct. And that's actually not a bad, oh, there's a 3 in there.
Yeah,
that's not a bad hit.
He's dead. He's dead.
With 3s to wound. Ooh. I'm still feeling pretty confident
dead.
here. 9 exactly. 9, 6 up saves. Oh, we got it. Not even bother
You don't have to roll the D3s. That's another 2 victory points for you.
My librarian's gonna whack some s'mores.
S'mores.
Get some s'mores.
S'mores. Now I want s'mores.
We're hitting on 3s. And we're strength 6, so 2s to wound.
You have.
No save, D3 damage each. The first one,
He's dead with the second die.
dead. And then,
Dead. And
get off my table.
you know what? If there's only one left anyways, he would have run.
That's right. No, you're in synopsis.
Nope. Not
No?
within 12 inch.
Oh.
Do you feel proud of yourself, Steve?
No, I
Yeah,
actually...
do you know what would be fun? Bring all the Carnifexes. I'm just gonna bring Terminators. Just Terminators, Matthew.
Stop!
Just Terminators.
I actually feel bad.
And a flyer full of Terminators.
Well, no, that's only here because I have to transport them.
Yeah, they could have walked, but no, they had to teleport and had to transport in.
Okay,
It'll be
well,
so much fun, Matthew.
I'm in 4...
So much
I'm in
fun.
4 quarters.
So much fun.
So I got 3 more points. What else did
okay. I'm not done yet. I got 4 more monsters in reserve for you to kill.
Yeah, I don't think you... okay, this is the scary thing. I don't know if you can get over there.
What?
I don't know if you, that's where you want to be, but I don't think you can get
No,
there.
that's not where I want to be. I
no?
got 2 Carnifexes to take care of that. You don't have any command points to interrupt.
No, I don't.
You don't even have command points to Overwatch. This is my turn, baby. You thought it was your turn. This is my turn.
All right, let's see what you can do.
I don't have anything to do. All right. So Steve got a bunch of points. His current score is 31 to 13. I like how those are symmetrical. Like if you put it on the screen either way, they're symmetrical.
Why you gotta do that?
It's a palindrome. Not symmetrical, they're palindromes. And so I get a command point. I'm up to 7. You got no command points.
0.
So this is my one man only chance to do something. And if it goes...
You don't really have an army, so...
I'm not an army. You just shut up. You might be surprised.
It was a good trade. I don't care.
I'm gonna try. I'm not giving up yet. We'll know in a moment.
Oh no!
This card effects heals.
He's up to 5?
He's up to 5. Ripper Swarm heals. And in my command phase, I am controlling this objective because aircraft don't count, and I'm troop choices anyways. So 5 points. Movement phase. Hey guys, how's it going? You can't interrupt. You can't overwatch. You can't interrupt. You feel a little naked without your command points?
That'd be fine.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to advance my Ripper Swarms here. Just 1.
Ooh, not that fast, are they?
No, I'm gonna check to see if I need more than that. I do. Yeah, they only move 6, so I need to roll better than a 1. That's better.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just going to plop them just 3 inches from the objective. They are objective secured, so I'm not worried about putting... Well, actually, no, you're objective secured too, so I will put all 3 of them on the objective. And then what was going to happen is the Prime, who's got adrenal glands, so he gets +1 to his advances. Oh, no. Well, that didn't work.
Oh,
He's
no.
going
Can you
to
get there?
go 3... No, he's not... Well, he's going to get this objective, but the plan was... Oh, good. No. He's just out of 12 inches of them.
Ah, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna outright kill them anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I got a Ripper Swarm right here, too. What do you want to do, buddy? I can deny you some points, because I can move just like you did, too. And, like, advance and advance. But I don't think I care.
I have 5 over here.
Oh, right, you got more. I can't just plop on it, because your objective secured 2. Yeah, the Ripper Swarm will advance 3. I can pass the aircraft. That was both in 8th edition and still in 9th edition. And he'll grab that objective too, just in case. Reinforcements. So, because it's turn 3, I can come in on any edge except your table edge. And remember, we don't count the first 2 inches. So it's wholly within 6 inches, so that'd be 8. Now, normally you have to stay 9 inches away from enemies when you do this.
Exactly.
But because I'm coming on my own side, I don't have that restriction. I can even plop them in engagement range. The restriction is, though, I have to stay within an inch of my side in order to be able to do that. So 3 inches in this case.
Fell for my trap.
Well, there's nothing else for him to do, so it's not much of a trap.
Woo, this is what I'm scared about.
And then these guys will come into They have to come in together within 6 inches of each other. But their job is simple. Hold on, I got to measure to make sure I stay within 30 inches of my synapse. Thankfully, 6 inches is pretty healthy. I can just go over here and stay more than 2 inches. Yeah, I'm good.
That means they can target anything they want now, right?
Now they're individual units, but the important thing about being 30 inches of my synapse, because I have Norn Crown, is that I can fire at something that's not the nearest.
Fair.
Otherwise, they have to choose the nearest, or they get -1 to hit, and I just don't want any minuses to hit. First one is going to fire. I'm going to spend 2 command points on Pathogenic Slime, which gives him +1 damage. So these are 2 damage, meaning every 2+ that has failed is a dead Terminator. And he's going to fire at your Deathwing Terminators right here.
Makes sense.
And they
Those are knights, and we will respect them as such.
Sorry, knights. So we've got 24 shots, hitting on 3s. Oh, not bad. That was a pretty good roll. I'm glad that it happened on my damage 2 guy. 3s to wound. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with that.
Well, we've seen entire squads die to this, and we've seen entire squads lose nothing.
2 up saves.
Today, we're going to lose 1.
Oh, Steve.
It's going to be this guy. You know what's going to be... Oh, I'll take the guy because I moved him twice.
The second one will attack, but don't have damage 2 on this one.
Oh!
3s to wound.
Okay. That's not bad.
9.
9 more 2-up saves. Take a wound. And the third and final one, same squad.
We'll track that wound after this is done.
Yeah.
3s to hit. 3s to wound. There's a few more. Show me 3 1s, Steve. 3 1s.
I gave you 5 of them, 4 of them.
Oh, well, the 1's excess, but whatever. So that's 5 wounds you just took between those 2. So
Now
2 die and 1 gets hurt.
So these 2, it will hurt him.
I'm going to tongue you.
Him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, I can't reach them. 4s to hit. All done.
Charge!
So obviously declaring a charge against your librarian, and obviously making it with a 9-inch charge, which I will use to wrap around as much as possible.
Fair.
And I might as well charge in with the Carnifex, because even though... No, that actually doesn't make it. Because I can't just pass over this thing. Because even though I can't really do much damage with my little tiny Tyrannifex arms, I can do the mortal wound on the charge, and I'm sure the Haruspex is going to kill you, but part of me is like, yeah, just wait, Matthew. Yeah, just wait. Carnifex over here, because why not? 7 is definitely in, and that's pretty much where I'll have to stop, because we're way more than 12 inches.
Okay.
So 4+ to do a mortal wound. Yeah,
wait, he's done 4.
And then over here, Old One Eye will just declare a charge just into the Terminators. Obviously, it makes it. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere in particular I really need to be. And maybe I'll regret this after, but I don't think so. So I'm going to move there. And then on 4+, we'll do D3 mortal wounds for him. Yeah, finally.
D3? Oh, because
he's special. But watch. Oh, 2.
2.
Which you ignore. Which you ignore on 5.
So it'll have to be onto that
just so you know.
guy.
Yeah, because this is a different phase, so you don't have to worry about who you allocate to. But if you make one of these 5-ups, it just basically nullified it, unless the other guy does a mortal wound.
Exactly.
Because all my weapons are high damage.
All right, he's on to 1.
Yeah, well, hopefully this next charge, we'll just wait for you to mark that. Oh, I wish I was Ogre Maw Tribes. Roll 11 dice.
4
Each
up.
4 up does a mortal wound. Oh, I'd be so happy right now. Oh, I did it. Okay, so fail that, and he's okay. I got one.
You got him.
So the combination killed one. So you can't interrupt, which is a very, very comfortable feeling.
Huge right now for you.
Knowing that you couldn't Overwatch, because Overwatch there could have been scary, and knowing you can't interrupt is incredibly comforting. It's a warm blanket.
I would have rather you charge
room.
first into some scouts or something than countercharge you, but hey, this is what happens.
You got in, and yeah, you probably didn't kill as much as you had hoped to kill last turn, but over here you did fine. So anyways, I'll start with Old One Eye, because he just,
He might do it all himself.
No, I don't think so. You'd have to roll pretty poorly. But he sure is going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a command point on Voracious Appetite because of my Crushing Claws. Essentially, I have 2 choices. I can do Scything Talons and do 2s rerolling 1s and 3s, or I can do Crushing Claws and do 2s and 2s, no rerolls. So by doing Voracious Appetite and rerolling wound rolls, I can choose the Crushing Claws, choose the Scything Talons and do 2s rerolling, 3s rerolling.
Yeah, I'm worried you're not ready to kill these guys.
Yeah, but I've only got 5 attacks. Now, mind you, every 5+ that I roll, because my dice rolls can't be increased by more than +1, which really bothers me, because if it would be 4 pluses before, because he basically on a 6+ modified, he gets to do extra attacks.
Right, yeah.
And he gets +1/+1, but now this die roll can't be modified by more than 1, so it's negated that. Oh, and I get another +1 from this thing. So this was really good before. I had a +3. So now
Does he have an invuln?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he dies easy. He dies just easy Carnif. He has one more wound, that's it. So I just want to point out, though, Games Workshop, that you wrecked old One Eye. I'm very upset because it would be every 3 to hit would be another attack. And now it's every 5.
Watch him kill all these Terminators.
It doesn't matter. I'm still mad, Steve. Even if right now I roll nothing but 5s, it's what could have been. See? They only got 2. These would have been 2 more attacks. So I get 2 more attacks. All those hit, by the way. And they all hit. Yeah. Oh, and that doesn't generate more. I wish it did.
And your strength good?
I'm strength 14.
Okay, yeah, 2s.
Yes, right. But it would have been 7 with the Scything Talons. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I'm strength 7. Because I did the 2s re-rolling.
Oh, so you're
and now 3s re-rolling.
Gotcha.
So I'm mitigating. I'm glad I did the 3s re-rolling because that was a lot of 1s. Okay, there we go. So 6.
6? Well, 2 in my hand.
5 of invulns. Steve! Steve! What the frick, Steve? What the frick? What the frick, Steve? Roll your ignoring wounds on 5s. You better not get more than 1.
No, I might not do it.
Why?
I might not do it.
Oh, because you're not close enough?
If I have to allocate to this guy.
He has D3 more strength 4 -1 attacks, just so you know.
Then
So
I
if one
will
guy's,
not do it.
Okay, because if one guy's left over with 1 wound, I might be able to finish him off with that.
I'll just kill this guy.
Oh, you kill Steve!
Wow.
Steve, that's the double 6 over there and all the 5s over here. That's my only chance, man.
So far, 9th
that's my only
edition,
chance.
I've been doing amazing on the like crazy dice rolls that are swinging. I'm good at Warhammer. What can I say? I'm good at Warhammer.
You're just so good at this game. Well, he'll swipe you with his tail. 2 attacks that hit on 2s, and I get another attack. All right, awesome.
And strength 7?
4, no, strength 4. 4s. It's my tail. It's not nearly as beefy as my arms. 4 is
All right, we'll allocate it to
-1.
that guy.
-1. Whoever you allocate.
All right, 3 up save.
Now, should point out that now he's allocated a wound to him. Even though he made a save, he has to keep allocating for the rest of this phase.
Right. Which,
I don't. It's probably who you'd want to kill next, anyways.
is it the rest of the phase, or is the rest of his done attacks?
Rest of the phase.
All right, that Carnifex gets to try.
Maybe I could try with Carnifex, and Steve won't deny me so much happiness.
I'm sorry.
5 attacks because he charged, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Okay. Loving it.
Nope,
Loving it.
nope, nope,
loving
nope,
it.
nope, this is not-
Is he wounding
Nope.
on 3s?
Yeah, just 3s, no re-rolls. Okay.
And minus
-3, 3.
These dice have already worked for me. They've done well.
Yeah, you don't want to use them again, right?
All right.
3 damage.
Okay, so the first guy has to roll the.
Hold on, is that guy in range to ignore this? Okay.
He's dead. And then I'm gonna put on somebody who's not in range, so 2 dead.
Still 2 dead. Hope you're proud of yourself, Steve.
Oh,
No, it was this guy. You said this guy.
that's right. He was the first one. I am super proud of myself.
Yeah, good job.
Pride, just beaming with it.
Well, I am going to eat your librarian. I'm going to spend a command point on a Harespec specific stratagem that is in Blood of Baal, which lets him reroll his hit rolls. And he is the one and only who's going to care about the hive fleet thing that I took, that I got +1 to hit. So I don't know why I took it. Looking back, I don't know, but what would have been better, really, in this list? What would have been better? You tell me. Is there something I missed? If you're bringing all card effects, no synapse and no psychers.
I don't think I said this on camera. I definitely didn't see this on camera, but I did tell you this morning. Every one of my predictions so far have been wrong. So when I said this might be amazing, I was wrong again.
Well, it's not.
It's actually pretty good.
We're not done yet. I think
it.
if I had just done what they should have done, which is just kill everything there and kill him, and you actually look at your army and it's mostly been chomped up,
I think
right?
you need a bunch of rippers to run in front of these guys.
Yeah. But at 1,500, we're playing 1,500 points. You go up to 2,000, and all of a sudden that gives me more options. So
Sure.
either way, this Harespec is going to eat your librarian.
He's not going to do it.
Yes, he is.
I'm pretty
Shut up.
positive.
So he's got 4 attacks, but he does D3. I'm going to do his Ravenous Maw. He's literally going to eat librarian. That's what is going to happen. Is what is going to happen. He does D3 attacks.
Gonna be fine.
For each one. So that's good. That's 8 attacks. And just so you know, this is the +1 strength, +1 AP, and +1 damage weapon. So it's going to be strength 8 instead of 7.
What are you hitting on?
3s.
Oh,
because of the +1. And I'm re-rolling. I'm re-rolling. I didn't even need the re-roll. I'm still going to eat them. 7 hits.
Nah. What's your strength?
8.
8? Oh,
8.
so
There's 2s to wound, Steve.
You get to re-roll those 2s?
No, I don't, Steve.
Hope you don't get a lot of 1s.
Look at that, Steve. Save.
7, 5, 6. Here we go.
Yeah, he's dead.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, I don't even have to roll the D3 plus 1 damage.
Oh, you got a model, Matt.
I did.
You got a model.
And I'm gonna consolidate, not into combat, because that would suck.
I get to play now.
Yeah, you can hit me
This
back.
guy's probably into Old One Eye.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take this spot here so that he doesn't have to move but gets to fight, because I need him to stay near him. And these 3 power fists are going to punch Old One Eye.
Oh, you really want him down.
So we're hitting Old One Eye with a handful of attacks on 4s.
Fours.
We're rolling 1s and 2s because Belial. Only 2 more. And 3s to wound. It's only 7. Minus 3.
Okay, 5 get through. I've got 9 wounds, so it's potential that I'll stay alive.
No, you're dead.
Yeah.
I didn't fight with my sword. My sword can't swing because it's not within half an inch of a model within half an inch.
Yeah, it was within half an inch. You already declared it anyways.
Well, he can't swing anymore. Like, I can't swing. There's nothing there. It's all dead. Matt, I killed it. Get off my table.
There's
Time
morale.
for morale. These guys here and these guys here know all the secrets of the Dark Angels, so they don't run. They're Deathwing.
So they're just immune to morale.
Yeah.
So I killed 6 guys, and they just like, whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
But we know their secret. So I get 2 points for being in 3 different table quarters.
Not
Nice.
bad, not bad.
And all the points that you've gotten, you're up to 33 now, and I'm up to 20. So the score is 33 to 20.
That's not that far off in this game. Not that far. As we go into my turn. In my turn, I'm going to gain a command point in my command phase. At the end of my command phase, I'm going to get 5. I'm going to get 10. And that's it, because I don't have...
Oh yeah, I have 3 and you have 3.
We each have 3. So
Yeah!
woo, just 10 more.
Just 10.
Just 10 more. Well, I unfortunately have no choice but to fall back, because Matthew will fight me first.
Yes, I like that. Even though it could just mean that you multi-melted me and that's it.
Right. These scouts are going to adjust. I'm going to try moving first to see if I can get that one guy on the objective and stay in coherency. I'm probably going to have to advance. So them moving 6, then get down. Him moving 5 on the objective, but they're not in coherency, so I'm going to have to advance. I only needed the 1. Just so I'm staying in coherency, but I get on the objective. Scouts are going to hide, because now there's guns on the table. Or the Ancient's going to go ahead and move up, and then Belial is probably going to attempt to charge if
I survive through whatever shooting you have.
Exactly. Okay, we're going to go hide.
You're not going to get within 12 inches to multi-melta?
Buddy, I don't know if that's that important. I think you're going to die, Matthew.
What are you hiding from?
Your guns.
Yeah, but who cares if he dies?
Me? He's my mobility. I don't know. I don't think I need any more. That's fair. And then we're going to drop to hover and kind of land over in this spot. Like that. They're going to advance.
Run away?
Nope.
Bravely run away.
I wanted to deny you.
You have 1 command point.
It's not worth it. If I, because I move slow, I think I'll need like a high number here. Nope. So what we're going to do is we are going to leave this objective because we just don't need it. And that's where we're going to go. Their purpose is to now absorb some bullets. We're going to start off with Belial onto the Carnifex. 4 shots, hitting on 2s, re-rolling. Oh, sorry, hitting on 3s, so that's 2 misses. And then 5s. Just 2. -1.
And you're still in tactical
Oh, you know
doctrine?
what? Let me think about it. Would I have stayed in tactical? They weren't going to charge and they had to fall back, so I am definitely going to stay in tactical.
Yeah, you don't have any reason to be an assault.
Yeah.
And you still have like hurricane bolters
Exactly.
that'll benefit from it. So 4 up saves, I fail 1 of them because of tactical.
We'll do the bike next. We'll put the multi-melta. We'll put everything into them from the bike. Multi-melta will be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1. 4s.
Oh,
3s to wound. You get no save.
and you get to roll 2d6 and take the best one and kill him.
Yeah. You get death throws or anything like that?
No, they're only tough. They're only 8 wounds. So typically you don't see explosions and or stuff on smaller ones. I know you could like on Sentinels. They're pretty low, but they still explode for 1 mortal wound. But no.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do. You know what? We're gonna do the bolt guns and the Storm Bolter from the Ancient all into them because there's no way it could interact negatively for Matthew. They'll be hitting on... They're not -1 to hit, right?
No.
Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. See, I actually did them separately because the Ancient will be rolling 1s and 2s because of Belial, whereas the Scouts don't.
That is
But
relevant.
no. And 3s, it's going to be 6 damage.
2 dead.
Okay, not bad.
I'll save you the time. I could spend 2 command points to keep him on, but he's well, I guess I could pass the leadership on a 1.
Yeah, of course.
Never mind.
Heavy Bolter from the Scout. Reroll 1 so they didn't move. And 3. Okay, they're fine. Okay, Matthew, this guy's going to fire. 2 Hurricane Bolt guns are going to go after him.
And then the rest?
The rest are going elsewhere. You want to pull him and you roll that.
Like, you mean...
24 shots. Strength 4 -1 are going into him.
Yeah, I'll remove
Okay, I
him.
thought so.
If you're going to dedicate that much firepower, I will gladly remove him.
The twin heavy bolters are going after that Ripper. Everything else into the character. Twin heavy bolter will be hitting on, oh buddy, not that.
And no rerolls.
2 wounds.
And I actually have cover, so I'll get us back up to a 6-up save. 1 wound left.
Down to 1.
Is that all I had on him?
Yeah, that was it. 2 missiles into that character. It's not reroll 1s because we moved. 12 shots from assault cannons on 3s. And 3s.
No lookout, sir, because he's not within 3 inches of a unit with 3 or more.
8.
So my 3-up becomes a 4-up. Whoops. And I've got 6 wounds for you to get through, so I'm not likely to die. No, only take 3 wounds.
Okay, well, we're starting. We're getting there. Well, I did something goofy here.
Hey,
I
you left
left
a couple quadrants.
the quadrants, so I'm getting no points at the end of my turn.
Well, you got points for killing monsters. You're almost at your max. You've gotten 14 points so far for killing monsters. So you
One
can only get up to 15 per secondary. So you're at 45 points to my 20.
Right.
Now, I'm about to
Feeling
get
pretty good though.
I'm about to get. You hold 2 objectives,
I hold
3 objectives, and I hold 2. So I'm about to get 10 more.
Yes.
So it'll be 45 to 30. I'll eat them. I'm not going to concede yet. I think I've
No,
lost.
I definitely wouldn't concede yet.
I think I've lost, but I want to eat stuff.
That's fair.
But I don't really. The problem is I'm so slow now. It's like I got my reserves, but you're all the way over there. I got nothing else to fight.
Yeah.
So it's really I'm going to come over, kill them, and then I'm going to do the math and probably realize it's impossible for me to catch up, and just call it at that point. Because I think all you have to do is walk your characters away. And
See,
I can't get enough points
I
to
know
catch up
I
to you.
can't let you touch them.
Yeah,
That's
and you can you rolled poorly against this. You could have finished these guys off. And
they're not surviving. I'm pretty confident they're not surviving next
right,
time.
and so I'll have nothing else to do. So I'm pretty sure I'm conceding right now, but I do want to just double check the math because we are in turn 4 now, so we only have this turn and 1 more turn, and so maybe I'll get lucky and find some way.
No.
So I get a command point back up to 3. I control 2 objectives, so that's 10 victory points. So that brings me up to 30. And let's go eat some stuff.
You want to go get these guys?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Also, I do heal 1 and everything. I don't think this will matter, but I'm going to remember it.
Can I heal 2?
No.
No.
You know what? It doesn't matter. I do minimum 2 damage on his weapons, so...
I'll take it.
Take it. You know what? Take the... No, I'm going to shoot him to death. I'm going to advance this Carnifex. He can still shoot when he advances. I just was hoping. I don't think he's going to have any targets, but
You never know.
basically, and I'm going to advance all of these because I'm not really worried about shooting down those guys. So that's going to be 9-inch move. No, sorry, 10-inch. He moves 7. And then this Carnifex.
Not great, not great.
Here we come. Slow march of the Carnifexes. And just as a last-ditch effort, as you cannot see them on camera, hopefully some of the enemies will have a hard time seeing them.
Guns!
I guess. That's a lot of dice. But, all right. No, you know what? No, I better, because then I'm just going to fail his charge or something. I'll fire the 1 card. Just 1.
Do you want me to say you killed him in shooting?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to kill them in shooting. I want to kill them in close combat. But I'm worried the Haruspex will whiff, and I'll wish I had shot. So we're going to fire 1 of them. If that kills the 1 guy, then I'll just stop and I'll charge.
I'll tell you what.
What?
To save the bajillion dice rolling, why don't you charge into combat, and if you don't kill him, you can go back to your shooting phase.
I like your thinking.
Okay, so
because that's exactly what happened, except I wouldn't gain the extra movement if I happened to kill them all. So that's the only thing that...
You got to put them back if you kill them all and shoot.
Oh yeah, if he doesn't kill them, but then the shooting kills them...
I don't care if you're
whatever,
standing up
he
there.
charges. He made it!
What if I want to Overwatch? I'm gonna throw my maces at you.
You're just gonna like start.
Tips over.
I'm just gonna do this, man, and if you walk into it, it's your fault. So I've got 3 command points left, and I'm not gonna make the mistake of last turn of actually going down below 3, because that was a big mistake.
Fighting again?
I thought Carnifex on the other sid could have fought again and killed a couple more of those Terminators. And I don't know if that would make a big difference, because in the end, who cares?
Right.
Like, I could have killed them all, and it would have felt good. That's all I'm saying.
That's all that matters.
So I'm not going to spend any command points, because if he fails all this, I can just spend, and you don't kill him, I'll just spend 3 command points and do it again. And I have the backup if I can shoot them.
It's true.
Because, you know, that's how the game works.
I'll just pull them if you like.
No.
Okay.
You're 3 up frickin' invulns. Why would you pull them?
I just don't care if they survive.
4D. You're supposed to care, man. You're supposed to get so mad. 4d3 attacks. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks.
No, they literally did the job I
Are
wanted
they
them to
toughness
do.
4 or 5?
4.
Okay, so I was going to 3s to hit and 2s to wound. 3s because I charged. Woo, yeah, baby. I know it doesn't matter, but it still feels good. 2s. Oh, come on.
Matthew.
I don't need the 1s.
I told you what, 6?
6, and they're 3 up invulns. I got it. I got it.
I'm not going to use
Because that's D3 plus 1 damage each because of the upgrade. That's the important part. Otherwise, I'd have to roll because maybe I wouldn't kill the second guy.
Do you want to consolidate? Then your turn.
I got 3 quadrants, so that's 2 points. 2 points. So 32 to 45. So, you know, not horribly behind in points. And you've only got 2 more turns, so it's not like you could get...
And you have 1 more turn, right? That was your turn 4?
Yeah. So...
Okay.
You're about to get 10 more points right now, which is going to get you close to the max of what you can get, but not quite, because it's 45 max for the primary objectives. But you haven't gotten 45 yet, because we're at 45 right now, and 14 of those came from the one thing, and then 8 came from first. Yeah, you're nowhere near the 45 max for the primary, so you're going to get 10 points right now. There's no way you're not going to kill these 2. At the very least, you can just commit your plane to it.
I'm going to.
And I don't think you can do much to these guys. You could commit your plane to that as well and kill 1, maybe 2. The Haruspex is going to come around the corner.
Deal with the scouts.
Eat the scouts. And that's my last turn, though. So I think it's fair to concede at this point. Even if I have the 2 objectives and get 10 more points, you're getting 10 more points right now, so I don't get any closer to you. My objective is to raise your objectives, destroy.
My turn, they're blocking.
Sure, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not letting you
raise. It doesn't matter. I can't raise because I have to start in my movement phase. So I am officially, at this point, incapable of raising your objectives because I had to start my movement phase already next to them, and I never got to them. I knew it probably wasn't going to happen, but there just wasn't any others that were worth doing. Like maybe thin your ranks and get 2 extra victory points for killing 20 guys.
So then I have one big question for you.
What's that?
Okay, the Carnifex list. What's your opinions on it?
Oh, I've never thought it's good. I always like bringing them, but it's usually in special circumstances. Like
you don't think there's a way to make this list work?
No.
Oh no! Don't say that.
At 1,500 points? Okay, well, I brought 9. Maybe I didn't have to bring 9. Strategic reserves definitely helps because I have a lot more manipulation of where they come on.
Okay, here's my question: how many points was this Haruspex?
150. He's just a bit more than a
How many
Carnifex.
points can how many swarms can you buy for 150 points?
You mean Ripper Swarms?
Yeah.
Probably 4.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I think they're 33 points apiece with no upgrades.
All right, how about Gribblies?
Well, they're more. The Ripper Swarms are the cheapest troop choice I have.
Really?
Yeah, they are 33 points. It's for a min squad of Termagants, it's going to be 40 points. They're 4 points a model. So you can have 10 Termagants for 40 points or 3 Ripper Swarms for 3. The reason I like Ripper Swarms...
Oh, all 3 for 35.
The 3 Ripper Swarms, a unit of 3 for 33.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, no, they're not 33 each.
Okay.
Yeah, 33. So he's 150, so I can't quite fit 5 more. I could maybe finagle a few more points out of a couple of the Carnifexes and bring... But it's a battalion, so I can only bring 3 more. So I could finish off those 3 and then have a few points left over for something else. But I don't see how a few more Ripper Swarms would make a difference because, in this case, because of that stratagem. Once again, I want to point out, this is my 5th game, 4th one on camera. Well, 4th one on camera, that's making it to the vault because we didn't forget it and delete it by accident.
We?
Me. I did it. It was my fault. So anyways, I've played 5 games in 9th edition now. I've lost every single one of them. And it always looks bad. And then I always look back in the game and I'm like, well, actually, if this one thing...
Every one of my games has been that way.
One thing. If this guy had not died...
100%.
Because you could even say, well, Steve didn't use his reroll. But he used it over here.
No, but there's more than that.
One of those charges would have failed.
No, there's more than that. This gap is narrow, that without that stratagem to get with closer to 6 of you, I can't get close to my characters to buff them in there.
Yes, but I don't think you needed your character buffs. I think you were gonna... Well, no, you didn't kill them both. No, you only... Yeah.
What's the point of paying like 200 points
but
on
you
characters?
killed the one you charged.
Yes.
So you didn't need the buffs to kill the one that you charged. So what I'm trying to say is, we know that you rolled a 6 for the charge. That wouldn't have been enough with a regular deep strike. You would have had to use a reroll. Let's assume that reroll got you the charge. So you got in, right? You failed the charge over here.
That was dumb. I forgot to move.
Yes, that's true. I guess that's kind of... Okay, yeah, I guess we can't account for that. But at the very least, you were likely to fail the charge. We can just go back to that.
And then...
You would have, because you rolled a 6. So now that we know the result of the first roll, we know that you are unlikely to make the charge, because a reroll just goes back to the same chance of rolling a 9+. Now that you know the result of the first. It's not a 9 reroll.
These deep strike charges, though, without any pluses,
they're tough. They're tough. You can't count on them, right? There's a reason Genes to the Cults use all sorts of stratagems to get in, because they know they can't count on them. I had 2 moments
where dice saved my butt. One was him surviving and able to do the thing.
Yeah.
And the other was against Old One Eye only losing 1 model.
I don't think that mattered, because even if I killed all your guys, you fell back, and
that's true. I didn't
it didn't matter. That didn't matter. That was just more for fun. I knew that as I was going into them, I'm like, it doesn't matter here anymore, because they got in and killed my other Carnifex.
So
if you had failed that charge, I would have had 3 Carnifexes. One could have taken on your scouts, Old One Eye, and the other one could then have gone after your Terminators and really driven you back. And to me, that's it. Because look at this. This is actually a bit of a powerhouse.
It is. Those were scary. Those ones, like, I was going to go after them right away.
He is scary, but only once he gets into combat.
I think I'm seeing the idea is not skew. I could be wrong.
You just do all shooty?
No. Like, he had like one thing basically. I'm
doing because if they were close combat, they would have been useless.
No, I'm saying it's not. I meant like all Carnifexes. Like, I'm finding that these lists of some Terminators and then some Scouts, some Infantry, a vehicle. Like, a mixed list has done well for me every game I've played so far.
Right. Yeah, and that's the case too, right? Like, I could have just dropped 2 Carnifexes, but the Carnifexes are so cheap. I can't really replace them.
I love the cheapness of the Carnifex. That's why.
Yeah, and I think that there's something there. If I had more painted, I could replace the Haruspecs with another. No, I can't. Not in a battalion. This is my max for a battalion. So you can't bring more than 9 unless you want to spend command points to bring more. And
Which wouldn't be terrible if you could make the list work. If the list works.
Yeah, but
because you had enough command. You have 3 right now at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So you're not like using that many.
But I should have used 3.
True.
I should have been smart and kept the 3 for fighting again. That's the one thing I've been noticing is that as I play more games of Tyranids and Genes to their Cults, it's like, oh right, don't forget this and this and this stratagem. It's a bit of a high learning or steep learning curve.
Remembering all your stratagems? 100%, every army.
Part of me hates stratagems for that reason, but I think in 9th edition they both made it worse and better. They made it better by giving everybody the same number of command points. That's a huge improvement.
For some armies, I feel like I got less with orcs.
No. I didn't say they gave everybody more. I said they gave everybody the same.
Okay, well.
That's a huge improvement to the game.
Fair, good point.
Because how many times did people build their armies just with command point farming in mind?
Yep.
And I don't like that. Not just because it's cheesy, but I don't want to be tied to that. I want to build a list and find out, because I played, who did I play against? It was the Custodians. It was Josh. I played against Custodians, and he brought a patrol detachment, and he got 12 command points. I love that!
Is that the one where you deleted it?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah? Was that Mondays? Yeah. Well, either way, he brought a patrol detachment, and he got his 12 command points, and that's really cool. But where it's worse is now everybody gets 12 command points. So now you need to know your stratagems, because if your opponent can out-stratagem you...
That's why I liked Space Marines in early 8th. There's no good stratagems, like none.
Right, so you just re-rolled, and you just interrupted and re-rolled, right?
Yeah, that's it.
But I'm starting to grow, the stratagems are growing on me, because maybe it's because I'm getting my butt kicked, and now I'm finding the answers to that in the stratagems. But I still think they'd be better in the actual data sheets themselves rather than as extra things.
So what has been your list building philosophy so far in 9th? What's in your mindset when you make a list? Because I'll tell you mine,
Oh my goodness,
what's working.
Space Marines. Space Marines. Space Marines.
Yeah.
Space Marines. Space Marines. Oh, please no.
Stop shooting
Necrons?
me.
Oh, Necrons.
Please stop shooting me.
Please stop shooting me. Oh, maybe I can outshoot you. No, I can't outshoot you. Maybe I can get to you in time. Oh, no. But okay, to answer your question slightly more seriously, because that was actually partly serious. I don't know. I no longer think about multiple detachments, right?
Right.
Whereas before I would. Not necessarily to build command points, but because I just could. Before I would actually, unless I was specifically trying to command point farm, I would just write down what I wanted. And then I'd look at that and be like, what does that fit into? It's like, oh, that fits into a battalion, but there's 3 HQs and 3 elites. So what would I do? I'd take an HQ and the 3 elites, throw them off in their vanguard,
Right.
and get 1 more command point.
Yep.
And it just I never felt good doing that. And I always look down on people outside of tournaments and outside of like obvious trying to do tournament-like things in friendly games of having multiple detachments and giving them different.
This is my Yormonger, this is my Behemoth. I hated that.
Yes. And now you have to pay command points to do that, which I really like. I think we're going to see a shift in meta because of that.
See that, but
No, because it's
going to pop up less.
Yeah, it's going to pop up because like Gene Sitter cults, I was just reading like tactics on them. The 4-armed Emperor cult has a stratagem for 3 command points that turns off one of your stratagems, and people in tournaments love that. And so what they'll do is if they're not playing 4-armed Emperor, they will...
I think it's 4.
4-armed Emperor, sorry. They'll...
No, I meant the command points. I think it's...
Well, it might be upgraded to 4, I don't know. In the book it still says 3, I didn't look it up because I haven't used it yet. They'll buy like an auxiliary support detachment with one 30-point character inside of it and call him Cult of the 4-armed Emperor. Now auxiliary support detachments don't give you the detachment specific rules, which is great. And now it would cost you 2 command points. Although it cost 1 command point before to do that.
I can't, no mixing the clans, no mixing the legions.
You can still do it though.
I don't like it.
You can still do it. You just have to pay for it. You got to pay probably a good 3 command points for it. Maybe you can do a patrol detachment and pay only 2. I'm considering doing it for Tyranids and Gene Sitter cults. Like I'm considering mixing those.
If you can make a lore reason up.
Well, Tyranids and Gene Sitter cults fighting side by side, that's easy.
Exactly. But I don't want to see Yormonger fighting next to Behemoth.
Tyranids, no. Gene Sitter cult, you totally could have more than one hive cult because one planet could have more than one patriarch.
A long time ago, I tried to make a list where I had two battalions with orcs. I had my shooters in the one, and they were bad moods, and my close combat, the other ones, and they were evil.
Well, orcs actually, that's easy lore-wise.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
But let's face it though, Space Marines, Imperial Guard, orcs, they all have very lore-friendly reasons why there would be more than one type showing up.
Sure, but you can find a lore
heck,
reason
you play
for
the
anything.
game Space Marine, you're an Ultramarine, and...
But you can create a
Raven showed up? I
lore
can't remember who
reason
showed
for anything. We have bro fisting Blood Angels and Necrons, remember?
Not Tyranids. I don't care what anybody says.
I bet you there's a good Reddit right there.
No, when 2 Tyranid high fleets meet each other, they fight it out, and the winner gets to eat the loser.
Not anymore.
What?
That small high fleet that is basically a bottom feeder, one goes ahead and then the other one finishes it up.
Yeah, but they never meet. They never meet. I'm not saying that they're not all driven by the same hive mind. I'm just saying that there's never
been... Can you translate what I said? Because you don't understand what
You're talking about High Fleet Kronos?
I think so.
There's one basically that goes and partially digests. Mm-hmm. And then it moves on, and then the next one comes in, and
it's a much smaller one.
Yeah, I don't remember the names of both of them. I think Kronos is one of them though, because Kronos is the anti-psyker one.
That's right. It was an anti-psyker.
It's the one built specifically to suppress the warp. So we got everybody trying to suppress the warp. Necrons trying to suppress the warp. Tyranids trying to suppress the warp. Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Well, if you can get rid of the warp, you get rid of all your enemies. If you're Tyranids or Necrons or Tau, and anybody else, it's like you also get rid of your souls. And lose your intelligence and everything else, so that's bad.
Humanity doesn't have a soul or intelligence anymore. Not in the 41st millennium.
Well, it seems to affect them quite dramatically, which is really cool. By the way, the Pariah story is really neat. Anyways, but coming back to this, I don't know. 1,500 points. Remember, we're playing at 1,500. The tournaments are typically more like 2,000, and that gives you a bit more flexibility of adding in more screens.
True.
And more objective grabbers, but then it also gives your opponent more firepower to kill the screens and objective. Are you okay there?
I actually almost dropped the camera.
That's all right. It's just a couple paychecks and
I caught it.
It'll be good. We need new ones anyways. These ones are getting old. So I don't think so. And you brought a crap list. Let's just.
I don't know. I keep thinking I did.
Well,
and then,
8th edition, this is a crap list.
right, I don't know if it's good anymore because my first 9th edition game was with orcs. I brought a bunch of crap, turned out to be amazing. Then I brought a bunch of crap in my next one against Dave, turned out to be amazing. So maybe, I don't think Terminators are going to be back.
I don't know.
But
Infantry, because they now... No, they got the -1 to shoot with their weapons, right? With the heavy weapons when they moved?
yeah, they were.
The cyclone missile launchers are already -1.
No. Cyclone, it's just a heavy weapon, so I fired them at -1 every time I moved.
Yeah.
they're
So that hasn't changed, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so far. Hopefully it changes when a new book comes out.
What, keep Terminators ignoring that?
Yeah. Hey, they gave Gravis armor an extra wound
I
and
know,
attack.
I
They can
know.
give Terminators an extra wound
And,
and attack.
and Chaos Havocs get to ignore it. I don't know. I wish they didn't. I like the idea of, like, if you got a heavy squad, they have to stand still. And if they move, you know, at worst it's -1. And the nice thing is at worst it's -1.
They have lower reasons. They have sharp toes.
But if they move, the sharp toes haven't dug in yet. So
Stop it. All right, everybody, there we go. That is our game. Stay tuned for plenty more 9th edition coverage. Thanks for watching, everybody. Happy wargaming.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out the battle report linked with it in the MiniWarGaming Vault. It's going to be myself, Luca, versus Josh, Necrons, against the Adeptus Mechanicus in a 1,500 point retrieval mission game. You can click on the link down below to get yourself a 7-day free trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault and check out a lot of our new 9th edition Warhammer 40k coverage. We got a lot of it coming. See you guys next time, and happy wargaming.